What's up, y'all? This your boy Spaz out the cameraman, and I want to thank everybody who's tuning in, who's going to tune in, who's checking out what I got to say. This is my first video stream that I'm doing live to really get out there, and you can find me at SOS Photography 216, as well as on Facebook at Edwin Garcia. I am a videographer, photographer, director. I'm new to video podcasting as well. Um, Everything's down at the bottom. You can follow me on IG at spazout underscore the underscore cameraman. The is pronounced DA. So I'm here to talk about Saturday night's I'm Busy tour with Busy Bone from the Bone Thugs of Harmony and all the different artists that he had performing for him. Giving you guys a recap. I might be able to bring a couple video in to show some little highlights. But all in all, man, I mean, I think it was a success. I mean, I had a couple people from my school. I go to the Ohio Media School of Broadcasting, so it was pretty dope. To kick things off, I was invited to do my own little video documentary of the I'm Busy tour for Busy Bone and whatnot with my school, the Ohio Media School of Broadcasting. And 6 students were chosen. I was chosen to be the lead. So I took a couple of cameras with me, set up, did interviews with all of the artists. Yeah, it was actually pretty fun. So to start things off, let me grab this little bit of information real fast that I need. And we will continue this feed. So, yeah. I mean, it was so many artists performing last night. It was the other night. It was crazy. I want to give a shout out to a couple individuals first and foremost that were actually like really great. They showed up, showed out with their performances, as well as gave me the time and energy levels for the interviews. First and foremost, I did an interview live streamed with Angel from my mom's boyfriend's podcast. Shout out to Angel. And again, like I said, man, I did so many interviews. A couple of the students did interviews with other artists as well. So we're about to get into this. The concert was live at the Odeon on the Old River Road in the Flats. For those of you who were there, you know how epic it was. Trying to get a list of everything that I'm trying to talk about. I know I should have probably had this all set up beforehand, but I'm new to this, so just bear with me. Anyways, so one of the first artists that performed was an artist named John John. Um, uh, I don't want to take nothing away from this man because, of course, this man did get to perform. He was the opening act for Busy Bones tour. Um, my only critique about him was his stage presence. He was very stiff standing up on stage. Um, uh, and he acted like he. I mean, I understand the nervousness, the jitters. I mean, you're opening up for a legend like Busy Bone, but his stage presence, man, it was just I don't know. It was just something. He was just standing there, mic in his hand, like do 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 do. Half of the time, I couldn't even understand his music, his words for real. I mean, the sound quality there was excellent, but it was he was nervous, I guess. And again, this is just my personal opinion. So I would say that all in all, on a scale of 1 through 10, I would give him a 4. The second artist that had performed was a gentleman goes by the name Boogie. Um, Again, another artist who his stage presence. I mean, yeah, he moved around a little bit, but I felt he didn't really interact with the crowd as much to really get them tuned into him to where it was hyped like it should have been. Um, his music, he's got decent sounding music. I fucks with it. Again, it's just the stage presence. I talked to a lot of the artists, man, and they said like stage presence is everything, man. How you are up on that stage is key to everything. That's how you should always be. Move, interact, have fun, let it flow, and just go with it. Have that confidence when you're on stage. Don't drop your confidence at all. Um, we're gonna take a quick break for a moment, and we'll be right back. And we're back. So, all in all, Saturday was very great because just the network alone that I was able to make, the contacts that I was able to create with the artists, a couple producers, a couple artists, a couple people who do promotions. Um, I met with a lot of photographers and videographers that were giving me pointers. So shout out to them. I'll be posting them up shortly as well. Um, the interviews are going to be posted up on my Instagram account, on my Facebook account. The photos as well. I've already started sending out some videos that I'm editing, some photos that I've edited to some of the artists already. Um, I'm actually in the middle of a conversation with one of them right now. Uh, so, okay. So, I got people actually wanting me to do more videos. One of the artists that actually performed there. I've actually been following him for a little while now. Not on this account, but on another account I had him on there. He goes by the name Dwayne's Primos. I'm not gonna do the whole breakdown of everything, but his performance was one of the most memorable next to Bizzy's. I mean, they came out. They're all from Buffalo, New York. Came out, killed it. Um, um, Another one of the artists that performed was Woe from Canton. This kid is 13 years old, and he stood on his 10 toes with the best, with legends, and performed his heart out on that stage. And I mean, by far, it was probably in the top four of the best performances of the night. So the top four best performances, in my opinion, of course, number one was Busy and Lil Busy. The performance was A1. Number two had to be my boy Bloodshot. I mean, his performance, his energy levels on that stage just they brought the crowd up. Number three, one of our very own TZ from the Claire came out and rocked the house. I mean, everybody was up on their feet. It was an epic event. And again, number four was Whoa, man. I mean, that kid, he's 13 years old and he did his thing out there on the stage, man. Um, Again, y'all, I apologize for the inconvenience and the delays and everything. I'm new to this. This is my first time doing any of this. Um, I'm just learning. I mean, not so much as far as learning everything, but um, just starting out with it. So just bear with me as I go through it. Every few moments, I'm gonna take a 30-second break just so I can look through and get some more information for what I'm trying to talk about. So just bear with me. But again, my top four performances, of course, number one was Busy and his kids. Number two was Bloodshot. Number three, TC from the Clear. And my number four artist that performed was Woe. The kid was amazing. If you're not here to him, go follow him. My top five, though, I have to throw my boy in there from Mansfield, Ohio. My boy Rugrat Checky with two E's. If you're not here, go follow him. His performances were dope. They A1, man. Go check them out. I'm going to take another 30-second break. Might actually do a couple 30-second breaks because it's hot, famished. Um, Another artist, and I mean, this is probably the most memorable highlight part of my night was AC Killer. He was off to the sides, pulled me to the side. Me and had a great conversation, took a couple photos. He actually hit me up on my Instagram account, and I mean, on all his accounts, on every account that he has, he's followed me on. He's then messaged me multiple times. Again, I mean, his performance was killer. I mean, he definitely just out of my opinion, in my top six, but my top five, I'm not changing them up because that's my opinion. I like those performances. Um, for those of you who don't know who he is, he's performed. He's got many tracks out with Busy Bone. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he has a few out with the Bone Thugs and Harmony as a whole. He's very well known in the music industry um, and whatnot. So, it's hot. I'm gonna take a break, a long break this time. End this broadcast. I'm gonna come back on in a few moments. Y'all stay tuning in. I will be back. And we're back, y'all. So all in all, there was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. There were 16 main performers, but they had extra people there that were also performed as well. Um, Again, like I said, man, my top five artists that perform at the Odeon. Number one being Busy, my dumbass. His son and his performances. Of course, that's what everybody was there for. Number two was Bloodshot, the Lyrical Missile. Number three was Dwayne's Primos. Dwayne's Primos. Four was Whoa. Just all in all, man, their performances, they were just off the charts. So I'm gonna go through this list. I'm gonna talk about each artist that really performed for real, and I'm gonna give y'all 100% my honest critique. So we're gonna start off with Ashby. Now this man came out and he rocked the stage. He did his thing. He had the crowd up on their feet. I'm not too familiar with him. I did enjoy his performance. I enjoyed his lyrics. The music that he had behind him was strong. It was powerful. So on a scale 1 to 10, I give him an 8. Just because, again, I really don't know him. Never really heard of him. But congrats on performing and opening up for a legend like Bizzy Bone. Again, Bloodshot the Lyrical Missile. This man's stage performance, his presence, it enraptured you, it brought you in, it drew you in, it brought the crowd up on their feet, it had the house rocking. His music is top of the line. I've listened to a few songs prior to his concert here in Cleveland. Um, I've followed him, and he's got some good songs out there. Scale 1 through 10, a 9. Um, Cricket the Gift, another one. His performance, top notch. I give him a 7.5, 8. Again, he's an artist that I do not know. I'm not too familiar with. I would actually have to get more in depth and more in tune with his work, just to really understand where he came from and what he's about. His performance was up there. Again, congratulations on being able to open up for an artist like BIZZY. That's a big feat. TZ from the Clear, you know what I'm saying? That's Cleveland, one of Cleveland's finest. I know him for a little bit, talked to him for a while. Been following him. His music is dope. His following is dope. The man's stage presence, just again, it's another artist that way he pulls you in when he's performing. Your body just naturally gravitates to his energy levels. Like his energy levels are top notch. So yeah, on the scale of 1 through 10, that man he gets a 9 as well. Britt Bags, another artist. She did her thing out there. She performed. Not too familiar with her. Did a couple interviews with them as well. Watched her performance. Again, because I'm not too familiar with her music or who she is, I gave her performance a 7. Soldier Boy, I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch the performance. I was busy doing an interview, so I really didn't catch it too much. I wish I would have. I'm gonna have to look back at all my footage and watch the whole concert from start to finish. But from my understanding, again, you're opening up for a legend like BIZZY, so your performances must be something, your music must be something for them to actually have brought you out there on stage like that. Mookie, I watched his performance. Again, another artist I'm not too familiar with. His stage presence was cool. He had the crowd up. It was definitely doing their thing. Sound unique. Scale 1 through 10, I give him a solid 8. We have Whoa. Again, this kid is 13 years old. His stage presence, he was everywhere. He interacted with the crowd. He got everybody up on their feet. He's repping the hometown of Ohio, so automatically that boosts him up. His performance, I give it a 10 out of 10. He rocked the house, man. And for only being 13 years old and coming out there being able to surpass a lot of people that they're not able to get over that stage presence. Like I said, again, there was an artist that performed named John. He was one of the first artists. His stage presence just wasn't there. So for a kid that was only 13 to be able to come out and rock the house like that, I give him a 10 out of 10. Chess, another artist, phenomenal. Did his thing out there. Had the show rocking, had everybody up on their feet dancing. People was in there going along with his music. His stage presence and performance was cool. I actually got video footage of that. Stay tuned for it. It will be coming out soon. Rugrat Chucky. This man got on that stage and killed it. I mean, between him and the other couple artists that I've mentioned, you can literally give them a show every day and they will pack the house. His performance was A1, top notch. Shout out to everybody from Mansfield, Ohio, because y'all really don't get no recognition. The only recognition a lot of people know Mansfield, Ohio for is Mansfield Penitentiary and Richmond Penitentiary, which is not really a good thing. But shout out to Rugrat Chucky with 2 E's, man. Stage performance A1, performance overall, I give it a 9 out of 10. Who else? Buttermilk. Now this man right here, he got it before he even went on stage. I did an interview with him. I actually interviewed him myself. That's going to be dropping here shortly. From Memphis. He's from Memphis, y'all. He performed out. He's got his own clothing line. Go purchase a shop with him. Um, it's shocking because he's a little bit older and everything, but the man put on a show. Had the crowd rocking. Actually in contact with him. We were planning on actually probably doing some more work together with each other. I look forward to that. Again, the networking from this opportunity that was gifted to me was phenomenal. I mean, I've met a lot of great individuals. I got a lot of great content to share with y'all soon. So just stay tuned with it. Overall stage performance, I give it a 10 out of 10. Um, let's see who else. Don Diesel. Don Diesel got up there and he rocked the house. That's another artist that I would actually have to put in my top 10 out of everybody who performed. He turned up to the max, had the show shaking, had the show rocking. Everybody was up on their feet as well for his performances as well. 9 out of 10. Um, Definitely look forward to seeing more work from him. Definitely look forward to seeing him in concert again. Uh, who else do we got here? Um, Cassius Green, another guy, man. This dude, his energy levels is just top notch. Um, he actually pulled up on me. He got my Instagram. We take hella photos with each other. Stay tuned for those as well. They from Buffalo, New York. Me and this man networked like crazy. He gave me a couple contacts to be in contact with. Um, I think he actually was one of the artists that actually wants to do some work with me on the photography side, as well as making a couple video drops for them as well. Um, there's a lot of artists that perform. Dwayne Screamo, again, the man's stage presence, 10 out of 10. His performance, 10 out of 10. I've been following him. His music is dope. He's from Buffalo, New York. If you're not hip to him, go get hip to him. Um, there's a lot more artists that perform. Again, I was doing a lot of interviews, so I really was only in tune to certain aspects of the show when I had free time, when I wasn't behind the camera or in front of the camera. So just stay tuned for it. Videos will be dropping soon, probably within the next 2 to 3 days on my next video, the next video stream. Um, Hopefully on my next video stream, I can get my wife to come join me. Um, It'll be fun. She's so beautiful. Love her to death. But yeah, we're gonna take another few minute break, y'all, and I'll be back with some It's your boy Spaz out the cameraman, and I'm back yet again, man. So I done broke down a lot of the artists. I gave y'all my honest opinion on how I felt about the performances and whatnot. Um, I want to talk about the overall venue. So I go to the Ohio Media School of Broadcasting. I was doing an internship. I was gifted this opportunity to be the lead intern on everything. Um, I did have a couple issues as far as getting what I was promised. So, given that I was part of Media Row and I was given an all access pass and a VIP pass as well, I was supposed to be able to have access to every single artist to do an interview with. Each person that was selected from my school was supposed to have their own camera to do their own interviews. Unfortunately, that was not the case. So I ended up just going back and forth with all the students to let them get in there and do interviews as well. I'm not greedy. I wish everybody would have been able to have their own cameras, do their own personal interviews and everything like that. But it did not work out that way. But for how it went, it was overall okay. The Odeon concert hall, the security staff that they had, one of the security guards was kind of a dick. When brought to his attention that we were part of Media Row, that we did have all access passes, which entitled us to go backstage with the artists, um, to do interviews as well as just be around the stage presence. Period. He denied us access. He kept denying me access to go back there and get an interview with Busy. Finally, they did finally call for all the meet and greet passes and all access passes to line up. Um, but because I was there doing video recording and audio recording, I was messing with my camera. So by the time I got back downstairs, the line was incredibly long because they passed out way too many meet and greet passes. Even the event planner that set up the entire event said the same thing. Like there should not have been that many backstage passes for people to go and do the meet and greet. It only should have been a select handful. Um, that caused a lot of commotion and chaos. Because Busy did come a little late to the concert. Um, I was not able to get my interview with him. Um, I do have him on my Instagram account now. I've been in contact with him. I'm currently trying to get him to join me on one of my live streams to do a quick few-minute interview just to answer a couple questions that I actually had written. Um, so yeah, if you are a follower of Busy Bone on Instagram, man, message him, tell him, yo, join this kid, join my live stream, man. Get on here with me, answer these couple questions. The people want to know the answers to them. Um, and I think it'll be a good thing, man. Like I said, man, the amount of networking I did at this event was phenomenal. I'm not sure about my other cohorts and students that were there. I don't know how well they networked or what they were doing. I know a lot of them were just up there on the Media Row platform, messing with the cameras and playing with their own personal little cameras or whatnot. Me, I was out there making these contacts. This is something I really, truly, honestly want to do and something I really want to take forward. Um, so, with that being said, overall, with the venue, with staff, with the performances, and everything, I have to say that this event was a 10 out of a 10. It was 100% successful. Um, I did get a couple pictures after the fact with Busy after everybody was leaving. Um, I mean, he was taking pictures with other people, just selfies with everybody in the background behind me. I actually probably could have jumped in the van with him for real if I didn't have all this camera equipment because they were sitting there for like 20 minutes still talking to fans and everything, trying to get a bunch of people to go with them to the next spot that they were going to and whatnot. Um, but overall, the I'm Busy tour was a success. Check out the album, the I'm Busy album. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Uh, Again, man, go like, share, and follow, subscribe. Go to check out my YouTube channel for more. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will definitely be doing more of these. Next time, I will be more prepared. I will have more to share with y'all. We are going to get into more deeper topics. But today I just wanted to start it off. Again, my name is Edwin Garcia, aka Spaz Out the Cameraman. You can find me at SOS Photography 216 on Facebook, on Instagram. Um, Facebook is Edwin Garcia, or you can go and follow my other page, which is SOS Photography 216. Instagram, spaz out underscore the underscore cameraman. Um, the spaz with two Z's, does DA. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, follow. Stay tuned, man. There's gonna be more. A lot of photos gonna be dropping. A lot of video reels gonna be dropping from the concert. A lot of highlights. So yeah, one love. Peace.